And now, Robert, from your, you've got a great background in marketing and particularly those interests online. So in terms of trying to, what's on the front of your mind about the sorts of issues we're dealing with and how we might engage better on them, your thinking is what?
Yeah, my thinking has come down to some basics actually. Primarily because I was over in Australia just recently, and with the task force I always wondered why Australia, and I couldn't quite sort of figure out why that was, and part of the reason being is that when I went to Australia I felt almost like I was Australian, and there didn't seem to be any difference between how I was feeling here versus how I was feeling there. I enjoyed the debate with the taxi driver who was a New Zealander. It was vigorous, and it informed me a lot about how he thought the differences were between the two countries. So I don't think Australia is appropriate. I think we, in many ways, I feel Australian, although obviously I'm not Australian. And I think it's reflected in our businesses, and I think we need to focus on, it's not necessarily countries, but behaviours, objectives, and we need to be quite bold. I mean, New Zealand, if we look across, a common theme that's come out is that we were discussing this today, we are a country of saying, oh, we should have done that, and, well, we should have done that, and in 2000 we should have invested in a technology infrastructure for high-speed internet, and we could have done, but we didn't. Reflective of that, I think, is that the largest retailer in New Zealand has only recently gone full online, and that is a reflection of how behind we are in that space, and I've been saying that for years now. Always use it in my classes, when will the warehouse get online? I can understand the business philosophy about it, but it's a fairly complacent view. I think the other thing too is one of the things that I see about the difference between Australia and I love Australia. I mean, Australia is a great place. But what came out to me when I was over there during the dust storm is that, and it always rings in my mind, that Midnight Oil was right, originally when they talked about this. The dust storms would come, and they did come. And Peter Garrett has always talked about this particular issue. And, there you have it. It's a freaky experience. The Australians were pretty spooked out about it, what's going on in this country. So sustainability is a key issue. Now, if we're going to we can make a lot of money and go and dig up all the gold and coal and whatever, and yeah, we'll get up there quite quickly, I think, but at what cost? Now on that, if I recently had the pleasure of going to the Waitomo Caves, and it was raining, and I wondered, there was something quite different there. It was the fact that there were actually a lot of Australians at the Waitomo Caves. So there are a lot of Australians who are coming here. Obviously, we know that with the tourism. So why do we want to spoil the country when we have this new revenue stream which is growing for us? So final point is students. I echo that view. Why are we at this point when you hear Michael Hill, on the TV today talking about investment? He's just going for it. He's an entrepreneur. There is no A, B, or C. It's just A in America. In tertiary, I just don't feel the government has a strategy. We are stifling student numbers, particularly in terms of equity. There are many students who want to study. They want to invest in their lives. But I feel in the sector that we, all the metrics are essentially saying, we have limits. And I think from a society perspective, that's very disappointing. And I think from an investment, because at the end of the day, these guys will be in my position in 15 years. We have to invest in them and be very serious about it. That's all.